And welcome to my morning report. Chart appraisals on today, Tuesday, the 20th of December, with me, Richard Play Market Analyst at Antec Markets. We've got a fairly flat open on the equity markets in Europe. DAX basically flat, FTSE mildly lower, CAC mildly higher. The big move on markets today is the dollar and the yen. Let me show you the dollar strength that we're seeing. That's started to come back through again. You're seeing Treasury yields pulling higher. That's the 2-year and that's the 10-year again pushing higher. That's helping the dollar to regain the initiative to the upside. But we've had the BOJ out overnight, and they've sort of come out with monetary policy that stood pat and sort of reaffirmed the yield curve targeting. With 10-year at 0, which is sort of helping to weaken the yen again. The yen is sharply weakened against the dollar and also euro and also sterling today. So we're seeing yen weakness, which is certainly helping to sort of generate a bit of mild sort of improvement in risk appetite, and subsequently the dollar strength as well. All in all, that adds up to gold also lower. Yeah, just generally speaking, just this dollar strength is the sort of the main mover of the day. Nothing too great in terms of directional equity markets. You've got this. Look at the VIX again, back down at levels that are fairly extreme in terms of volatility lows. So take that as you will. That sort of tends to happen prior to, again, further market swings, really. So be a little bit careful, having run all these equity market gains. We've started to see a little bit of consolidation, maybe a little bit of complacency. So in terms of what we've got to look forward to today, nothing on the economic calendar really of any note that you can really point towards. Those API oil stocks might have a bit of an impact on oil, but other than that, nothing really of any real significance. So that takes me to my chart of the day, which is silver. Now, it's been talking about sort of gold, which is breaking down, and silver is putting pressure on that 1577 kilo. That's the first trading day of June, actually it was, low, and that is the support that is being tested. Now you look at these momentum indicators, they are very much negatively configured. MACD lines having again turned lower, stochastics falling, RSI falling, with downside potential of 32. The low got down to 27, 28. So there is downside potential for this breakdown, and if you see 1577 broken, you're going to be back towards the next sort of band of support, which sort of comes in between sort of 1450 area and 1475. So you could see that quite easily. Lower highs, lower lows on silver, continues to fall, continues to sort of generate this downside. Now it's interesting that we've seen the sort of breakdowns. That 1708 level broke below that, and it started to become the base of resistance again before next leg lower. So that sort of similar thing happened at the 1614 breakdown level, which you've seen in the last few days struggling to really sort of get back above that level, as you can see here on the hourly chart. Sorry, that's XAG sterling. My fault. Should have had that chart. Here we see that sort of generated around that 1615 level. So it certainly is a more corrective outlook, with the RSI failing around the mid-50s, the MACD lines turning over at neutral, lower highs on the stochastics. So rallies are a chance to sell. So I'd say between the sort of 1590 level up towards 1620, I'd say that's a sell zone now on silver. I think any sort of move back into there is a chance to sell, because I think it's going to put pressure on that 1577 level and below in due course. So I wish you good luck in your trading on silver, and I'll speak to you later. Thank you.